Welcome to the weekly kickoff, guys. Hope you guys are having an amazing start of the week. As usual, in today's video, we're gonna have a full breakdown of all of the events coming to Raid Shadow Legends this week. And I gotta say it, in a way, I'm super happy that I skipped the previous summon rush, and I'm gonna explain you why. We have some summoning events starting. Some of them are the best summoning events in the entire game. Before we dive into that, if you guys enjoy the content, do me a favor, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Plus, it's free. And drop a comment. Help with that YouTube algorithm. I quickly want to give you a reminder, if by any chance you haven't done your clan quests, guys, make sure you guys go and sort that out. I still need to complete one of them. If you gotta purchase anything from the clan shop, make sure you guys go and purchase the goodies as well before the weekly reset. If you gotta do the same for the bazaar, which is the tag team arena, which is of course different for every single person, make sure you guys do it as well. I think I'm going to wait to get the sacred shard instead of the void, so I'm probably gonna grind the tag team arena today, tomorrow, to basically get enough gold bars to get that sorted. Either way, we are in full swing with the fusion champion. He is a very solid champion, actually far exceeded my expectations in terms of Hydra and Chimera, especially Hydra. I thought that, yeah, we will reach 5 billion damage with him, but hell, I've seen teams doing 15 billion damage, so he far exceeded my expectations, which is actually really good. Platinum once again confirmed that they won't touch the champion, they won't nerf anything on him. Considering how broken Trandai is in Hydra, I mean, this is just like a plastic water gun compared to Tranda, right? But he's still something really good that a lot of us can get to basically enhance our Hydra teams. So I'm looking forward to get a champion. Then, of course, you need a soul and all the other goodies. So maybe you want to preserve some of your resources to be able to get his 5-star soul from whatever event they are planning to do. Most likely will be a hero pet. I really doubted that they will do another Titan event in such a short period of time. Either way, in terms of events, guys, we have the Infernal Deck of Fate event that started today. I am going to completely skip this event. Unfortunately, we do not have a 2x boost on Soulstones, so this champion is just not something that I really want to get on my account. The rewards from the actual Deck of Fate are pretty weak sauce as well. Nothing fantastic in here, so I'm not going to engage with this event at all. If I'm going to farm some gear and I'm going to get to flip a couple of cards, that's fine, but I'm not going to open a single soulstone for that event. The gear enhancement event, which is related to the fusion, will come to an end tomorrow, guys, so make sure you guys are completing it if you got to collect the fragments for the epic champion. We have the new summon rush starting, which will give us 50 fragments for the epic champion. So quickly gonna go to my Discord to get a fusion calendar. By the way, if you're not in my Discord, the link is in the description down below. Come and join us. Tons of awesome people helping around and stuff. Not only with Raid, but in general with other games too. So, this summon rush, 50 fragments. I skipped this one that gave us 25 from here. Absolutely no regret. Even though the champions on the 15x were not bad, of course. I decided to just skip that one and stick with this one, because this gives me the ability, if needed, to skip the champion chase tournament as well, right? Or to skip something else as well. Maybe a gear enhancement, maybe a dungeon diver, maybe a champion training, or whatever. It will give me the ability to skip another event. So that's why I decided to go for this summon rush that will start tomorrow. In terms of tournaments, we have the Fire Knight Turn Attack tournament that started today, which will reward you with a Prism Crystal summon, plus some other goodies as well. The Ice Golem tournament will come to an end tomorrow. Make sure you guys are collecting your fragments. If you're going for the epic book as well, do that too. The Classic Arena tournament will end tomorrow as well. That's something that I've personally already completed, and most likely the majority of you guys as well. The Champion Training tournament will end in exactly 57 seconds from the moment when I'm recording this video. Personally, I would have loved to get this Mythical Chaos Orb, but honestly, I just do not have what champions to level up anymore, so I'm being very selective with the champion training tournaments and events, even though they tend to offer the best rewards in-game. And that Chaos Orb is just looking at me, right? Then we have a Gear Ascension tournament, which by the looks of it, it will reward us with materials for relics, soul stones, and primal quartz. Now, these tend to be pretty hard compared to the Sand Devil's Necropolis turn attack because it's all about what oils you're getting. So it's roughly around double the energy requirement, more or less, to max that out. If we're quickly going to check out the summon pool, guys, basically this is a force summon pool. We have no headline champion in here, unfortunately. My most wanted from here, of course, is going to be Glaciad of Melt Water. Now, I'm surprised, and in a good way, that we have Wixwell on the list. Wixwell is the ultimate GOAT when we're talking about shield growth in the Hydra teams, Chimera, Clan Boss. So him and the new Fusion champion will be absolutely O-freaking-P. I really hope that a lot of you guys that are missing Wixwell will get him from that summon that you're getting from the Fire Knight. Or if you're spending something, hopefully you are going to get Wixwell over a different champion that you might not necessarily require, right? But we have some nice champions on this list. Then, moving on to the next things. In terms of the Play and Play calendar, as you guys can probably notice, we have absolutely nothing new in here in terms of new special events or anything like that. The Summon Rush will give us Twisted Horns, Fists, Legendary Skill Tomes, Mythical Skill Tomes, Champion Fragments, and I think in-game it shows a big Eternal Soulstone as well. So, I'm not planning to max the Summon Rush. I mean, I have 9 Sacred Shards, 3 Primals, a few Voids, Ancients, and I think a lot of us will open Ancients. I don't think this coming weekend with the Champ Chase, we're meant to have 2x on Ancients. I think we're meant to have 2x on Sacred Shards. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong on it, but I think it's 2x on Sacred Shards. As I've mentioned, I will continue to save my Soul Stones till either something else better pops out or is a 2x. Let's quickly dive into the summoning events for tomorrow, guys. As I've mentioned, we're going to have some of the best summoning events. I mean, one of the best summoning events coming to the game. So if I'm going to quickly head over to the news, I have some news about the upcoming summoning events. This Tuesday, the 8th of July, they are planning to launch an extra legendary event for Ancient Shards. Now, you guys already know the drill with this. You got one legendary, the next one will be for free. In my case, I'm very close to the Mercy with the Ancient Shards. So I'm guaranteed to get a legendary from the summons that I currently have here. But I am not really planning to do it. I'm trying to skip at least burning my Mercy on Ancients because I'm still waiting for that 15x or 10x chance for Fina, the faction unity champion from the High Elves. But the chances to summon legendaries are the same, 0.5%. They're not going to get doubled, but if you summon a legendary, you're going to get an extra one for free. Now, these are amazing events, especially if you are close to the Mercy, or if you're feeling stupid lucky, worth gambling a couple of 10 pops. The champions that we have on the list, guys, are actually not bad. Some of them are definitely really, really good. Some of them are really underwhelming. They're champions that are not really enabling you to do anything insane in the game. But some of them are pretty damn good, as I've mentioned, especially some of the Void ones. So, this Tuesday, July 8th, they are planning to launch a progressive chance event, giving you a chance to summon the champions of your dreams from Ancient, Primal, Voids, and Sacred Shards. Starting with the very first champion that we have on the list, guys, is going to be Sneak Track. Now, Sneak Track is definitely not a bad champion. He is one of the better ones that we have on the list. He offers tons and tons of support, reflect damage, ally protections, decrease speed, shield, leech. Overall, really, really nice. He can be good for the Chimera, for Trials. He can be good in Hydra, Faction Wars, Curse City, you guys name it. But he is not like an OP champion that everybody wants, or an OP champion that you need to build. If not, you're not going to be able to defeat particular content. But he is definitely not a bad champion whatsoever. So if you are going for this Summon Rush, if you skip the previous one, you might want to consider Mr. Sneak Track. Then, moving on to the next one, we have Strategos Islin. He was a fusion at some point, probably well over a year or something like that. Another champion that brings Provoke. The good thing is that he works now really well in the Hydra clan boss as a provoker on auto because of the changes that Plarium made like months ago, right? You have the AoE attack with decreased speed and decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by a turn. You have the ally protection, the increased defense, the counter attack, and the passive, which is honestly not too shabby. So overall, a decent champion. He works extremely well with Fina, Tranda in the Hydra clan boss as a provoker. So you get those bonuses for the faction and Unity champion. Overall, pretty good. I'm not really using him in a lot of areas. I'm not trying to tell you that he's OP or something like that, but he is pretty decent. Then we have Giat the Truth Shield. I gotta refresh my memory a second and find out which champion is that in terms of like, what freaking faction are you from? Giat the Truth Shield, I just remembered, is the Night Revenant one. It seems really good on paper, this champion. I'm not too impressed in particular with anything that the champion does. You have the decreased crit rate and crit damage. Attacks all enemies before attacking, increases the duration of all buffs. Damage inflicted by this skill increases by 5 for each buff that had its duration increased. She doesn't really do a lot of damage. It's not like you're seeing a seer or anything like that, right? And you have reflect damage on all allies, and ally protection, strengthen and increase resistance on herself, and the passive. Whenever an ally under a reflect damage buff is attacked, places the decreased crit rate and the decreased crit damage, which enhances the A1 basically. So, decent champion. I'm not pulling for her. I'm definitely not going to put her on my 15x progressive chance. I do not think so. Even though she seems to be the only champion that I'm missing on my accounts. So who knows? Maybe I will end up putting her on the 15x list because I have all the other champions. But I'll have to see. Then, moving on to the next one, guys, we have Kira the Watcher. Kira the Watcher just kind of sucks, but her main job is to fuse Mikage. So if you are missing her, this might be the chance for you to get her and use her for the Mikage fusion. Overall, she's not trash. She's decent for progression, but easily replaced. Decrease attack on the A1. You have the AoE decrease accuracy. Increases the duration of all enemy buffs by a turn. Decreases the duration, sorry. And the ally protection with increased defense. And the passive, whenever an ally is attacked while he's under an ally protection, has a chance to land decrease attack on the enemy. So kind of like what Krisk does, but is like a much, much weaker version, right? Decentish for progression, but her main job is to fuse Mikage. Now, if we're talking about Void legendary champions, guys, that is a completely different story. We do have Niamhe's pair of Nyriza, which I really, really want to get. I will definitely burn all of my 7 Void shards and try to get her. Really strong champion. She has an amazing passive with the block damage. Overall, really, really good with the block debuffs, the ally protection, the healing. This skill can actually do a bit of damage too. And you have the A1, decrease attack, decrease crit rate. Really, really strong champion. 9-piece protection. Build her with a good relic as well to keep her alive. And she's going to carry your team in PvP and PvE. She's just not really a clan boss champion. But other than that, really strong. Even in the clan boss, actually, you can definitely use her. Then we have Nakret the Great. Still very strong. I'm not really going to talk much about what he does because probably everyone is familiar by now. He is an OG champion. He works really, really well in bolster plus stone skin, protection plus stone skin. Very good in PvE and PvP, especially for Faction Wars hard mode. You will have different conditions where you need to basically do ally attacks, etc. And he really helps a lot. Then we have Krisk on the list as well, because why not? So for whoever is opening voids, like we really have very good voids on both of the days. I feel like the best thing is to open voids during this event, but hey, whoever has plenty of voids. Krisk, really strong in the Hydra, very good in the Chimera with the new champion. It's kind of like needed for that decreased attack and other things. Yeah, protection, curse set, plus Merciless, plus 4-piece Slayer, just to help him rotate more often or use the skills more often. Really strong champion. Then, on Wednesday, pretty much the same story, giving you a chance to summon the champions of your dreams. We have Mishinaki. So Mishinaki is definitely one of the best non-void legendaries that we have on the list. Still a very strong champion, really good in Faction Wars hard mode, really good in Hydra, really good in Doom Tower, really good in Curse City, good in dungeons as well. He can do tons of damage in the clan boss as well. HP burn, defense down, decrease attack, strip buffs, hacks, you guys name it. I have mine built on Savage. Now, early game, I think Relentless works better on him. Once you are moving into endgame, if you really want to squeeze damage, Savage is definitely the way to go. Or Lethal or Merciless, something that ignores defense, basically. Then, not only that they're giving you a chance to get Weak Swall from the Prism Crystal event, but they are going to put Brogni on the 15x list as well. So a lot of you guys that are going for the fusion and skipped the previous summon rush, you are in for a treat if you're gonna summon Brogni. Yes, he's not as good as Weak Swall to increase the duration of shield, the value, but he's still the next best option. So if you have no other champions to do it, no Weak Swall, no Brogni, this is your best chance to get him right before the fusion. I do like the champion, the HP burn, the reflect damage with a passive, the increased attack, the block debuffs, the shield, the growth, etc. cleanse. He is very stat needy. So he needs attack, he needs to have crit rate, he needs to have crit damage. If you want to go for the HP burn, he needs accuracy. You need a lot of stats in him to make it work. Either you go on reflex, either you go with Savage to have even more damage for this skill to really increase the value of that shield. The more damage, the more you're going to increase the value, right? Unlike Weak Swall, which is so much easier to build. Then we have Artak on the list. A very good HP burn champion. He was a free champion a couple of years ago. HP burn activates the burn, puts decrease attack, and increases the duration of HP burn with the A1. He can solo the Ice Golem, good for the Spider, good for Curse City. I haven't used him in Faction Wars hard mode, but I'm more than convinced that on a stun set, he's going to do magic in there. Then we have Sisia Flame Tongue. Really powerful burner as well. You guys know the drill. If it lands HP burn on everybody, gets the extra turn to apply defense down and weaken, and activates the burn. Strong, she can do good damage. Pairs with Cardiel. Good for Faction Wars. I have been using her a ton in Faction Wars hard mode, actually. Good for Curse City, good for the Spider Dungeon, good for Hydra. You can definitely use this champion in a lot of different areas. And then we have Walking Tomb Drank. Good. Not amazing, good. Okay, he can be very helpful to duo the Sand Devil's Necropolis because he lands the HP burn unresistible, which makes him very good for the Spider Dungeon as well on hard mode. With the A1, he can activate HP burn. He can equalize the HP of all allies. And that's about it. You can use him in the Curse City. You can use him in Faction Wars hard mode. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Moving on to the Void ones. This is kind of like a different flavor because we're going to have Sulfurion. Absolutely amazing, amazing champion. He pairs so well with the Lizard team. Burn, Meltstone skin, wipe them. Good for Hydra, good for a lot of content. Chimera, Curse City, Faction Wars. Crazy, crazy good champion. The shield, the heal that he provides, turn meter, the revive, the extra turn. Really, really nice champion. Then we have Raiho Bone Spear. Very good as well, guys. Regardless if we're talking about Chimera, regardless if we're talking about Hydra, where you kind of need a champion to spread all of the buffs. Or if we're talking about Curse City, Faction Wars hard mode, Raiho Bone Spear, she's really, really good. She was guaranteed. I think she was the very first guaranteed Void Legendary we ever had in Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. She has so many debuffs on this skill. Now, the best build for her is going to be 9-piece Feral set because she brings like 1,000,000 debuffs, okay? Really, really, really nice. The heal, the immunity, the cleanse, the continuous heals. Very good passive as well. I love Raiho. Plus, she is one of my most favorite characters in the game in terms of design. She looks like really, really badass. And then we have Tumesia. Of course, all of you filthy degenerate Krakens looking to empower their Marias are just drooling looking at Tumesia. I need 4 of her. 4 copies to make my Marius +4. Sure you do, buddy. I need 4 too. But either way, she is overall a decent champion. She's not crazy or anything like that. She can be very helpful, like stun, HP burn, decreased speed, very good in Faction Wars, Curse City, good in the Spider Dungeon, good versus some other bosses in the Doom Tower. And this skill hits really hard. If you have a good build on her, and you're going versus the Spider, and you have HP burn on all of the Spiderlings, this skill will do crazy good damage on the boss though. But that's pretty much it for these summoning events during this summon rush. In my opinion, much better than what we had over the weekend in terms of events. I do think some of the champions were better over the weekend, but this summon rush gives you 50 fragments. You have a 1+1 on ancient shards, which are not really the shards you want to open during a summon rush. Would have been much better if we would have had it on sacreds, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.